Now that another beloved franchise gets needlessly rebooted and probably raped to death, I figured this is a good time to talk to you about who you're gonna call. Ghostbusters. Now, Ghostbusters is a classic among classics, and I know I tend to say this a lot, but hey, it's fucking Ghostbusters. The movie came out in 1984, was directed by Ivan Reitman, and stars the antics of Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Ernie Hudson, Harold Ramis, and Rick Moranis. And yes, this review may or may not contain spoilers, but hey, it's Ghostbusters. If you haven't seen Ghostbusters, well, turn this video off and watch that movie, well, because it's awesome. Now, Ghostbusters tells the story of three misfit parapsychologists, played by Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis. They are the misfits. They work at the university, but yeah, no one really gives a shit about them because their entire theories are so far based on hunches and nothing is proven. Yes, people always try to debunk them. So they get shit canned, but right after that, the first paranormal activities start to occur in New York City. And now our paranormal investigators start their business. And yes, they call themselves Ghostbusters, hence the title. Now again, reviewing a classic like this is a really hard thing to do because I will try to be as objective as I can. And I actually watched this movie yesterday in preparation for this, and I can tell you, this movie is still amazing. Yeah, Ghostbusters is one of those films that blends comedy with creepiness, a little splash of horror, and you got gold. You got gold. First off, we need to dissect the characters because this movie is all about the characters. Dan Aykroyd. That was back in the days when Dan Aykroyd didn't star in every shitty film that he received a paycheck for. No, he was amazing in this movie. He is probably the most likable dude out of all of these Ghostbusters because he just has a heart of gold. Then you got Egon, played by Harold Ramis, who is the nerd. He is the one that doesn't talk, but he seems to be the expert out of the three. And you got Bill Murray, and holy shit, Bill Murray as Peter Venkman is still the man. He is amazingly funny. He's always shit talking, always sarcastic, and it's just hilarious. You look at those three guys, yes, in a day and age where our superheroes, our action heroes look like this, or this. We got these guys. Amazing, amazing. And the humor, I just realized the humor is way darker and way more edgy than a PG movie would allow for now. Sigourney Weaver in the movie. Oh man, I love Sigourney Weaver. I mean, she is Mrs. Ellen Ripley, but she has never been hotter than in Ghostbusters. I mean, I'm telling you. And I like the chemistry between her and Bill Murray. And the funny thing is, if Peter Venkman had been played by anyone other than Bill Murray, he would come off as the biggest creep and stalker ever. But since there's something charming about Bill Murray, it just doesn't come off like this. It seems pretty organic, pretty legit, and I love their blooming romance. I love it. Ernie Hudson, yeah, he's the fourth Ghostbuster, and he's the only one who is not a paranormal investigator. He's just looking for a job, and this is what I love about this character, because he is the one guy that is like the audience. He is everyday man, which is why he's probably the voice of reason. And Rick Moranis, yeah, by the way, whatever happened to that guy? He's gone, right? Why isn't he in more shit? I love him in the movie. He is nerdy McNerd, but it works. Now this movie has so many iconic set pieces and characters that have shaped the very fabric of pop culture. For example, the big Stay Puft Marshmallow guy in The Big Showdown. Holy shit, one of the coolest big giant monster designs ever that just happens to be hilarious. And Slimer, yeah. I mean, who knew that that little cameo would turn him into a pop cultural phenomenon? If you don't believe that, well, check out the 90s TV show. And yes, this movie is undeniably dark at times. And some of the special effects still hold up. Everything that's practical still holds up. I mean, look at those creepy ass dogs. Yeah. Still creeps the living shit out of me. And Those ghost hands that almost seem to sexually assault Sigourney Weaver, yeah, that's really uneasy to watch, but it added a certain amount of creepiness to the movie that this movie tried to achieve. Now, the most important thing about this movie is the humor, which strictly derives from its characters, because the characters are colorful, they're real people, and their dialogue just bounces off of one another organically, which creates humorous situations. And that is the one thing that I really doubt that the new one is going to achieve, because I saw the trailer and just looks like stupid slapstick. It looked like it really ignored the essence of what Ghostbusters should be. Again, I will give this movie the benefit of the doubt, but these are my thoughts for now. Ghostbusters happens to be one of those movies that you can watch over and over and over again, and you will find tiny little Easter eggs and tidbits where you're like, oh shit, that was right in front of me and I missed that. Amazing. It has always been one of my favorites as a kid. It still holds up on many levels. To me, it embodies everything I love about Bill Murray. You add one of the most catchy soundtracks in the history of movies to the film, and you got gold. In fact, you got the gold medal, because Ghostbusters definitely gets the gold medal. I've loved this movie ever since I was a little child, and I will continue to love it. And again, this is me being objective. I try to distance myself and unplug all the nostalgia, and this movie is still great. So if you haven't seen Ghostbusters yet, Ghostbusters, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just subscribe.